Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a very exciting one. It has taken me quite some time to be able to find out this process. If you are new to my channel, you would have noticed a lot of videos on Audaces Fashion Studio. It is a 3D fashion designing software, which is simply amazing. But today's video is not about Audaces Fashion Studio. Today I'm going to show you how, after you created your design, your 3D design, whatever your design is, I'm going to show you how to actually convert these 3D designs into sewable PDF downloadable patterns that you can put together and actually sew what you have designed. If that is what interests you, then let's go ahead and start with the first part of it, which is to create the design first using Audaces Fashion Studio. So the very first thing we need to do is to download this, our style, in a DXF format. In my last video, I showed you how to create this blouse style. So if you want to actually create it and follow me along as we convert this style to sewable PDF downloadable pattern, you can follow me. Watch that video first. Go ahead and watch that video. Create your style. It must not be the same style, but if you want to create the same style, you can go ahead and create the same style so that you follow me along on this video to see how we can convert this to sewable patterns. So the very first thing you need to do is to go to File, go to Export. Once you click highlight on Export, you come here and click on this arrow here. And you see here patterns. Click on patterns and this comes out. You click on OK. And then here you're going to click here and click on DXF and then label it. And I'm going to label it as my Ankara Flay top. So on my desktop, and I'm going to save, and it has saved. Okay. So now you've done that, let us now go to the second part of what you should do. So now we are done with the design. We have downloaded it as DXF. Our next stage now is to convert this beautiful blouse into PDF downloadable patterns that you can put together and actually sew your style by yourself. And to do this, we are going to be using Audaces patterns. Unfortunately, Audaces patterns is not free like the Audaces Fashion Studio. They have a subscription, but you have 2 weeks trials. I used that 2 weeks to be able to come up with this. So you have 2 weeks trials, and in 2 weeks you can do a lot of things. You can do quite a lot. So that is what we are going to use. If you want to know how to download Audaces patterns, I have a video that I will link right here and also below this video. I also have a video showing you how you can download Audaces Fashion Studio, which I'm also going to link below this video. So having said that, let's now go ahead, convert this our fashion 3D fashion style into PDF downloadable patterns that you can actually put together and sew your dress. So this is our DXF file that we have downloaded. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and open the Audaces patterns. I have a video where I took you step by step on how to actually download the Audaces pattern free trial. So you can go ahead and watch that video. I also link it below this video and also link it right here. So once we open the Audaces pattern, this is what it looks like. I also have a video where I took you through how to use the Audaces patterns, Audaces pattern designing tools or pattern drafting tools. I also have a full video on that, which I also link below this video. I always take my time to go through CAD pattern drafting softwares, because I always say it, if you're shifting from manual patterns to digital patterns, it is a very, very serious learning curve. So what I do, I take my time and go through the CAD pattern drafting softwares and try to see how I can simplify it for a simple home sewer, somebody that just wants to make clothes for herself or make clothes for her family or do a small fashion business. So, having said that, let's start. The very first thing you need to do, of course, is to let us upload the file that we got. So we go to import and our file is the DXF file. So we click on it. It says something about losing of information can occur. Okay, that means some of the patterns may not be as smooth as you may want it to be. So you click that yes. So we are going to go to desktop and we are going to look for that file. And there it is, and click on it, and I'm going to open it. And our measurement is in centimeter. If you use inches when you were designing it on the Audaces Fashion Studio, you click on inches. But I use centimeter, so I will just do okay. So there are the patterns. These are the patterns. But we're not going to download it like this. We need to do some little work on it, because if you download it like this, you're going to have so many papers, so many. So we are going to do some work on this front, maybe to make it into half. This one that is 2, like let me expand it a little bit. You see what I'm talking about. Let me bring this up here. So you see that. Let me do this. Let me shift it a little bit to the left. I want to show you something. You see that this is giving you front side right, front side left, and all that. It gives you the pattern pieces exactly as it is. But we cannot print it like that. The papers will be too much. So we have to make a way, take one of these, delete one of it and all that. Then this front, we make it in a fold. So that's exactly what we are going to do in the next section. So in this section, we have uploaded our DXF pattern file, and now we are going to start work on it, on each of it. So I'm going to start with this one. Once you've uploaded your pattern on Audaces patterns, what you need to do is just go through it to see where you can do your adjustments. As you can see, most of the patterns came out okay. There's no problem, you know. But as I said before, you cannot download it like this, because like this, if you look at this is front side, is 2. If you want to download it like this, your paper will be up to 60. I tried it the first time, it was too much. So what you need to do, we are going to remove all these extra ones. Then this one that is like this, we are going to cut it into half. Then we are going to label it and say that you can cut it folded. You know, things like that. Simple things you just need to do to adjust it. This one is 2 here. That is the lining of the collar. We'll remove 1. Then this one is the skirt block right and all that. We'll keep it at 1 because it gave 2. Skirt block right. That is skirt back right. Skirt back left. You don't need all that. You just need 1. And then maybe all these areas are not too smooth. We smoothen it, do a better curve on it, What I will do, I am going to show you how to do this one. I'm going to do everything that I'm going to be doing on those few that I've selected, but I'm going to show you how to do it here. So the very first thing we need to do here, of course, is to make these curves look okay. So all you need to do here, we're on the building tab. You can go to curve, and then we'll just start from here. Click it maybe once, continue, To make your curve, click a second one and then click it here, and then we go again. Or you click it here. I think I should stop here because it's not turning, it's not looking nice. So I stop there, then I can start again to curve, come back here again, click at the center to get that curve. You see that if you move it, the curve will either come out or go down here. So you just adjust your hand according to the curve of the dress, and then you come down here where you have the end here, click on it. You know, if you, as I said, please watch my other videos on how to use this, because it will look strange to you if you're watching me now. Watch the videos that I showed you how to use Audaces pattern drafting software. So once you reach where you want to, you click on the left and then click on the right to release the process. So we're going to do the same thing here. When you're done with the curves, you now go to the lines, and then we'll just draw this line to this place. And then we'll just draw this line to this line, and this line to this line. Good. Now I'm going to draw a center line from here to the center right there. Good. So once you are done with that, what we now go to the produce tab, and now we extract the pattern. Once you click on it on your left, so you see it's only one side of the pattern. That's what I really want to show you. It's only one side of the pattern. Click again on your left, click on your right, and then shift it out. That is how to do it. Shift it out. There are too many nodes here to remove all this. You just go to manipulation. You now go to simplify outline, and then you click on it on your left, click it again, and you see that the nodes are just the ones you use to create the curve. It's not so many. It looks better like that. So once we are done with that, now let us put our darts. You know that this signifies darts. That is the style of the blouse. So let's put this darts. If you have watched my last video, I showed you how to use Audaces darts. It's very easy. I'm going to show you again how to use it here. So let's look at it. Darts one is very near to the center. So we need a dart around here. And maybe the second dart around here. So I'm going to put another point here where I'm going to do the darts. Now to be able to add a point, you just go to manipulation tab, go to add point, click on it, and then click where you want your point to be, and that is the point. So now we want to create that. To do that, we go to produce tab. This is our dart. You click on your dart. Before you do this, first we need to measure what is the depth of the dart going to be and what is the length of the dart. You see that the dart that is nearer the center is a little bit longer than the dart at the side. Now this is the measurement of the dart at the side. I put here 2 centimeters, that is the width of the dart, and I put here 5.06, that is the length of the dart. To be able to get this, you can measure it. How do you measure it? You go to conference, you go to length, distance, this distance here. Once you click on it, you can measure the distance of this to this. And it gives you at the bottom there. Oh, it's not showing on my video, but you'll see the distance at the bottom. That is going to be the depth of the first dart, the first neck dart. My depth is 11.31. And then you go out there and then you measure this one again. The second depth is the one I just wrote there. Second depth is, let me see. it's 9.05. 9.05. So I'm going to write it down, 9.05 and 11 point, is it 11? Let me look at it well. 11.31 and 9.05. 11.31 and 9.05. So I'm going to write it down. So back to creating our dot, we are creating the long one first. The long one is 11.31 and it is nearer the center line. So once you click on that, you now put how you want your dot to be. As I said, mine, I'm going to give them 2 centimeters. That is a little bit less than 1 inch space opening. So once you've done that, you will just click on cut that, because if you don't click on this, the dot will not be open. So click on cut that, and then you bring your cursor to where you want your dot to be. So you can see it's very simple. The dot has come out. So it's left for you now to adjust it the way you want it to be. And once you've gotten the points that you want it to be, you just click on your left mouse button. Now you have the ability to turn the tip where you want it to lie. So we just keep it somewhere there, and then click your left mouse button again, and then click your left mouse button again 3 times, and you have your dot there. So I've used the same method. I've created the second dot, as you can see. So this part is finished. What is left now is for us to label this section of our pattern. So what you do now, we just go to the buildings tab, you go to insert text, and then here you insert what you want. So remember what we are going to do. We are going to be cutting this on a fold. So we just put it there. Cut on fold. And remember that this is the front, center front. This is the center front. Center front. So let me just so now if I take it like that, it's going to be like this, but I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be lying down at the side. So what I will do, I'll come down here, the angle, and change it to 90 degrees. So you see it has changed. So you can now come here, click on your left mouse button, click on your right, and then it's there. So this front piece is ready now. And once you're done with this as it is, what you might want to do, maybe you might want to label this and this, you know, so that this is where this other second part of the pattern is going to go through this place, so that you come and label the same thing here. So once we are done with this, this is our front piece now. We don't need this anymore. So how do we delete this? That is what I'm going to show you how to do. To do that, you go to the Home tab, you go to Select, and then you now select this like so, and then you right-click it, and then you exclude it, and it's gone. So that is how you do it. Everything that I've done here, I'm going to do it on some of the pattern pieces I just want to adjust. Like this one, I'll delete this one. But before I delete it, I have to ensure that this distance from here to here is the same from here to here, because this is where it's going to be sewn here. So first I will extract the pattern as I did with this one, which I'm not going to show it. But I'll actually show you how to measure your distance from here to here, and also measure here to ensure that it is the same. So now to measure this and ensure that this and this are the same, so that when you're joining your patterns, it will not, one will not be bigger than the other. And to do that, you just go to Conference tab. You go to Parameter. The reason you're going to Parameter is because it is curved. With just a line, you just go to distance, and then you can measure from here to here. So once you've clicked on Parameter, you just click here, there, then holding on to your mouse. Sorry, that's not what I want. Just to go to here, yeah. Sometimes it can be difficult. Anyway, if it doesn't go, you can take each of the measurements as it is. It has gone finally. Okay, so once you've gotten the measurements, I've done it. My measurement here is longer than this one here. So what you do, you just subtract it. Like what I got here was 31.98, and what I got from here to here is 33.02. So all I have to do is to subtract the difference and then just do a line here and cut off the difference. It's as simple as that, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I will now go ahead and work on all the other patterns, and then I will come back to you. There's nothing much on this other one. These other ones are virtually okay. I'll just use the same method to do it. Delete the ones I don't have and then pack them all together. So let me quickly do that, and then we'll continue with the video. So our patterns are ready. I've done all that I need to do. See the patterns now. It is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 pieces. So now let's create a PDF of our patterns. As you can see, everything has been done. I've put the data at the back. I've put the zip allowance, everything. This is the neck bias, and that is the hand bias. No, this is the hand bias, and this is the sleeves. This is the sleeve bias, and this is the neck bias, back and front. So everything is ready. Always remember to label the points that are going to be joined together. For instance, this is point 2 and point 3. It's going to be joined here. This is point 2 and point 3. So that when you're putting your patterns together, you know where to join. This goes here, and this goes here. So that is it. So now let's create the PDF pattern. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to select all of it. And then I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Print. Here, I'm going to click on the selected one. That is what I want to print. And here should be 100% so that they can give you the exact size of your pattern. Real life size of your pattern. Leave this at 1 and 1. Then here, it depends on the spaces you want on your A4. It's better, I prefer 2. Maybe you can leave it at 1 centimeter at each of the edges, or you can make it 2 centimeters. It depends on the overlap when you're putting your PDFs together. So either you leave it at 1 or you change it to 2. Either one works well. So that's all. Then you go to preview. But if you want to print it directly on your printer, you can print it on your printer. But I always like to do preview. And please remember to click here, rearrange the patterns. It will arrange the patterns such that it will not use too much paper. Then you can go to preview. So this is your pattern. This is what your patterns look like. So this is how your patterns are going to be printed. So either you print direct to your printer, your home printer, or you go here. I want to go there because I want to print to file. I want it to download on my computer as a PDF. I don't want to print it yet. So I'm printing to file. I'm printing all that I selected. And then I'm going to click on print. So what it's going to do is going to open my desktop, asking me what name I'm going to give it. So I'm going to give it Flay Ankara Dress. So once you do that, you just click on save, and then it will start saving it. This takes a little while. So it is finished, and once it finished, you know that it is finished. So we can now close this, and we can now close this, and then let's check our computer, and let's please, a little correction. When you click on that, you just scroll. See where it was. You just scroll a little like this, and you see Microsoft Print to PDF. And then you can now click on Print. And then you can now label it. And that is our PDF. If you click on it and open it, that is the PDF of your patterns in your real size. And the good thing that is it actually labels each of it 1, 3. That means it is the third sheet of 1. So you probably might not need to put all those numbers I showed you, because once you print it, you actually know how you're going to be putting it together. The next one, 1, 4, 1, 5, and so on and so forth. So that is your PDF. That's it. So all you have to do is to print it out, put it together, and then see how the fitting really is. Good. So with that, I have come to the end of this video. I hope you will try your hands on it. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop your comment. So that is how to create your PDF patterns from your 3D fashion design, all using Audaces Fashion Studio and Audaces CAD pattern drafting software. The only problem is that Audaces fashion drafting software is a paid subscription. But apart from that, it's quite easy to use. Initially, it might look difficult, but if you go to all my videos, I try to make it very simple for anybody that wants to move from manual pattern drafting to digital pattern drafting. I try to make it very easy and straightforward. So if you have any questions, drop it below. Have you ever tried Audaces CAD pattern drafting software? If you have, drop your comments below, drop your questions below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.